Hello. Okay, so hello to our viewers on YouTube and Facebook. We're now rolling, I think. So let's wait for a couple of people to connect with us. By the way, I am Teacher Shay. Once again, welcome to our weekly series of talking about different things in grammar, vocabulary, and other stuffs. Hello, Iman. Good afternoon. What time is it? Oh, okay, good noon to you. It's 12. Hello, hello. I can see some people. Evelyn and Umu. So Habiba is here. Hello to you. And let me check. I'm checking on the viewers here on my phone for the people who are watching on Facebook Live. So, hello. Ibtisam. Hi, Ibtisam. Hello there. Hi, Zineb. Okay. I can see some familiar names. Okay, Ahmed. Hi, Ahmed. Ahmed. Sorry about that. Hello to you as well. I'm not sure if I pronounce your name correctly. And who else? Who else do we have here? Let me check. Okay, hello to everybody. Good noon to you. Good afternoon to everyone. I'm sorry, I think my camera is not that clear as of the moment. I changed my laptop today, but well, I hope you can see me. Nice meeting you guys to those who are new in this platform. So, we are going to talk about something interesting. Okay, where are you from? Everyone, can you tell me where are you from? So, type it on the comment section. Let's talk about it. Hello to Fatima. Hi, Fatima, you're here. It's good to see you or to see your name. I hope we can have like a class wherein we can see each other here at its Islamic fundraising. Habiba is from Spain. Fadua, hi Fadua, you're from Morocco. Diana is from Spain, Madrid, Spain. Who else? Hi Karima, where are you from? Karima. Let me check some people from Facebook. Can you hear me perfectly? Is my audio fine? Let's have some comments from here on the comment section. Iman says, I am from Morocco, but I am living in Madrid. Okay. Ahmed said, I am Zineb, but count my husband. Hello. Okay, the account that you're using is from your husband. Okay. Oh, that's cool that you can hear me perfectly. And it's nice to talk. Well, this could be called talking. Hello to you guys. It's a happy Friday. It's I think this is the first Saturday rather. This is the first Saturday for the month of December. We're almost ending the month or the year 2020. Who is excited for the following year? Who among you is excited for 2021? Okay, let's talk about, let's see some people in the comment section. Okay, well, I am going to present. Let's get started. I think everyone is ready. And this is the lesson that you have been requesting from me since the beginning. Okay, I think a lot of requests were sent, I think, for a couple of times. So we are going to discuss that today. And what do you think is our topic? Can you guess our topic for today? If you were here yesterday, I mean last week, you will know our topic because I have mentioned that in our class, in our session. Okay, so who has a guess? Hmm. So let's see. Let's see it from the comment section if there is an answer. Ah, okay, none so far. What do you think is our topic for today? Let us talk about it. Okay, let me flash my screen so you could see it. And tell me once you can see your or my screen. Okay. By the way, to those who are new in this platform under Islamic fundraising, I am Professor Shay, and let's get started. Let's get start learning English. So, our topic for today is going to be about grammar. Yes, Fatima, you got it right. We're going to talk about grammar. And this is good for beginner students. So if you consider yourself beginner, then that is our topic. This is for you. We're going to talk about verb conjugation. Yay! I'm quite excited about this. For me, grammar is such a fun topic to teach because it's all about knowing the rules, okay? So we are going to talk about rules today. Let me go ahead and share my screen right now. Give me one quick moment for that. So here, there you have it. So can you see my screen right now? Okay. Is that visible? Okay, let me check if that's visible for you. Okay, so we're gonna talk about verb conjugation. Okay, let me make it a little bit smaller. Okay, how about this? Is it visible for you? Okay, Iman says yes. So we're going to talk about basic verb conjugation. This is really important for everyone to know because this is one of the most common, okay, mistakes or lapses in English that is done by a speaker. Okay, so basic verb conjugation. What is the meaning of conjugation? Anyone who has an idea, what is the meaning of the verb conjugation? Why do we conjugate? What is the meaning of conjugation? Hmm. Can anyone tell me or give me a guess? Guess is an idea that you have, probably right or wrong. It depends. Let's see it from that. Uh-huh. What is the meaning of conjugation? This is not a common word in English, but this is a really important word, okay, when we're studying grammar, okay? Right. Now, let's say a verb in present, past, and future. Habiba. That's correct. Okay. So it's when you are going to, it's like the state if it's going to be a present form. And for example, the subject, what will happen to the verb? So let's have the meaning of that in here. Let's have this. So the question is, what is conjugation and what does conjugate means? Okay. So with this one, everyone, I want you to take a look at the meaning. So conjugate means taking the regular form of the verb, such as to have, to dance, to eat, to walk, etc., and changing it to agree with the subject of the verb. So we are talking about the object. So it means that the verb is going to change, the form of the verb is going to change depending. Okay, depending on the the verb that you have. Okay, so the subject and the verb. Okay, so for this case, if you have, let's say, she as your subject, what is going to happen to the word thens? So let's see who has an answer. For example, she, is it dance, dances, dancing? If that is in a present tense, what's your guess? Mm-hmm. Let's see it from the comment section. Okay. Or according to Fadua, it's used we use that verb in different times or in different situations, which is correct. Hmm. So there. Okay. So in this case, we're going to discuss it. If you're using she, then you have to put the verb with an S if that is in a present form. So she dances. She dances gracefully, for example, in a smooth way, in a good way. Gracefully. That is a good word. If you're a good dancer, then that's a good one. Okay, so she is eating. Uh-huh. That's like a situation that is something that is happening, right? So if you put she, then it should be dances. She dances or she is dancing if you are talking about the thing that is happening right now. Okay? So let's get started with the next one, okay? What is the person doing? Let's talk about this. What is the person doing? Let me make it bigger. What is the person doing on the screen? Hmm. So, how are you going to put, okay, let's say she. You can start the word or your sentence with the word she. She, uh huh. How are you going to conjugate this one when it comes to the verb? Okay, so let's see some comments. She is walking. Yes, that's something that is happening right now. She is walking, right? So, this, if we're going to discuss that later on, I'm going to tell you the difference between the progressive tense and then the ones that we're going to conjugate, okay, on what is going to happen to the verb. How about this one? What do you think is the action? According to Zeneb, she was shopping, yes, or walking, or she walks, she shops, if we're going to follow the conjugation form. How about this one? What is the person doing? What is that action? He is jumping, right? Because we're talking about the ing. Uh huh, that's good. But what if you're going to put an S in the word? He is jumping. Hmm. For example, if we're going to conjugate it, he jumps high. Something that is a fact. He jumps high as 150 meters or centimeters. So that's like a fact, something that is true. If it's true, okay. So he jumps. He is jumping if you're pertaining to an action that is happening right now. Okay, how about this? What is your action for this? Mm-hmm. Right. How about the last photo, the third photo, rather? What is the action? What is the subject? Mm-hmm. Is it he, she, it, or they? They are cooking. Hmm. Okay, they are cooking. Okay, so actions going on right now. If we're stating a fact, for example, they cook. Okay, they cook together every night. Okay, or they always cook. So we don't put an S to the verb because we have the subject they. Okay, it's not they cooks, but it should be they cook. If we're going to put it in an action that is happening right now, it should be they are cooking. That's correct. Diana, Iman, Zeneb, Fadua. Okay, they. Okay, they. Yes, that's correct. They are. They are talking. Could be. That's possible. So they are talking. They are cooking. Okay. They are enjoying the time together. Okay. So that's for the ing. But what if we have an S? So we are now going to talk about simple present tense. Okay. Simple present tense is something that we use for events. So for events that are currently happening. Okay. Happening at the moment. Okay, and being used in regular schedules or schedules in the British English. So it means that it is happening all the time or in a regular basis. So it is also used to state facts or information that is always true. Okay? So, first, for events that are currently happening, you can say, I am tired. So it means you're tired at the moment. Okay? It is happening right now. Here's the camera. Right now. Okay? So, next, number two, being used in regular schedules. So, if we are going to have an example, Sandra attends seminar every week. So, in this case, we have to put an S because we are talking about the subject, which is Sandra. Sandra attends. Okay. He, she, it, you put an S to it. Okay. She attends, he attends, it attends, Sandra attends. Okay. Pertaining to a person because that's only one. Okay. If you're talking about two or more, that's going to be plural. Okay. Meaning to say the verb will not have an S. Okay. Are we good? Give me a thumbs up if that's clear and give me a question if it's not clear. Okay. And lastly, we have here the third bullet, the third point, which is this. It is used to state facts, okay? Information that is always true. So I speak English. That is a fact. So can you give me one statement using a fact? Okay? Can you give me a statement? All right. Iman gave me a thumbs up. Thank you for that. So you were able to understand. That's good. And yes, I speak English. I I am 135 centimeters. I'm not sure if that's true. We use feet in our country. So 5 feet and 4 inches, something like that. What about you? Can you give me a statement that talks about information that is always true? All right, can you send me that concern? I study English. All right. I am studying English. I'm studying English right now. Okay, so you are talking about the simple present, or I study English. Well, it doesn't talk about a specific time. So that's the time that you can put the simple present tense. I study English. So I study English every Saturday. Okay. I study English every Saturday with Islamic fundraising. So something like that. Okay, that's a good statement though, Iman. It's nice. So these are the different ways on how you are going to use the simple present tense of the verb. Now, how are we going to create a statement using those? So, how to create it? If the subject, guess you can see in here. Can you see it? I'm not sure if it's big enough. Okay, let me make it a little bit bigger. But I won't be able to see your comments, so I will be reading that later on. So, how to create or how to conjugate this when talking about simple present tense. So, if the subject is I, okay, there's a point. This one is I, you, we, and they, okay, we do not change the verb. Okay, so for example, I want ice cream. I want ice cream. You want ice cream. We want ice cream. They want ice cream. Okay, so that one. So I eat, you eat, we eat, they eat. Okay, next we have I talk, you talk, we talk, they talk. Okay, so with that, if the subject is from one of these things, if it's either I, you, we, and they, we don't change the verb. Okay, that is a basic rule about the conjugation. Okay, about subject and verb agreement. All right. Next one, we have this. So, what if the subject is he, she, or it? Now, this is the time that you are going to add an S. For example, he wants ice cream. He wants a car. She wants to go to Europe. She wants. Okay, it's with the S and it. Okay, it wants. So if you are pertaining to a specific or a specific thing, all right, it can be used with it. All right. For example, you are pertaining to a toy. It talks. Okay, it talks on its own. So like a toy that is speaking. So it plus talks. Okay. So with that, you're going to add an S. So he, she, and it plus a verb with S. All right. Is that clear for everybody? Uh-huh. Okay, according to Ema, there is a question. They eat turkey is wrong. Okay, well, yes, technically it is wrong because let's go back to this. When you are using they, you have a lot of subject or a lot of people. So it's more than two. That's the time that you are going to use they, right? So if you are talking about I, you, we, or they, you do not change the verb. So it should be they eat turkey. Okay? They eat turkey every December or every January. All right? So is it clear for you, Iman? Give me a thumbs up if that's a yes. Okay, according to Diana and Jean Han or Jean Hain. Yeah, I still cannot pronounce your name correctly. I'm sorry. So, yes, that's cool that you have given me a yes. So, we're now going to proceed to the next one. Okay, I will be reading the questions later on. Let's go ahead with is. So there is something that is needed to take a look at when conjugating. So spelling is really important, okay, when you are writing and when you are pronouncing it. So if the word ends in Y, okay, as you can see here, Y, no vowel before it, let's say the word try, when you're going to try something, and then cry, it's when you have or when you are not in a good mood and you feel sad and you're going to cry. So I think we all know this, right? We are all familiar with this word. So we are going to add I, E, and S. So that is going to happen to the verb. For example, she tries Mexican food. Okay. She tries Mexican food. Okay. She cries because she was left alone in the room. Okay. So cries. In this case, we have to add I, E, and S with the verb. Okay. So you can only use that when you have the subject with she, he, and it, or with the subject. Sandra tries good Spanish food. So, for example. So there you go. That's for the spelling part. Let's see if there are some questions. Okay, no questions so far. You can write it down on the comment section. If you have a question or comment, just write it down and I'll be reading that later on. Okay, so no problem for Janine. I think that's for the pronunciation. Okay, that's cool. Let's go ahead and go with the next one. Now, this is another thing. These are for words ending in CH, SH, X, or S and S. These are the words that are ending with the words or the letters here. So watch becomes watches, rush becomes rushes, relax becomes relaxes, okay? And progress becomes progresses, okay? So watches, she watches football game every time. So next, rush. She or he rushes to the nearest supermarket to buy food, something like that. Relaxes. Okay. Um, it relaxes my brain when I am sitting on the couch. Relaxes. It with the subject it. It relaxes. All right. Progress. So progress is such a good word. Progresses. Okay. She progresses every now and then because she keeps on attending the live stream here at Islamic Fundraising. That's cool. So remind or remember these words, okay, these spellings. So if the word ends in CH, SH, X, or SS, we add ES, okay? Like watched, rush, relax, and progress, okay? What other words do you know aside from these words that ends with CH, SH, X, and SS? Comment down on the comment section. Let's see. Do you have a word or do you know a word that ends with CH, SH, X, or SS? Let's see. How's your vocabulary bank? All right. Mm-hmm. Let's see it from the comment. Okay. All right. So I'll give you time to think of that. So always remember this pattern. Just remember the words that we have, and that is going to help you. Okay. That is going to help you improve and know what to put. Okay, um it's not watches, but watches. Watches, brushes, relaxes, and progresses. So we add an es to that rather. Okay, so now let us have the next part. Okay, so with this we have the simple past. This should be the simple past tense. Okay, so when we are talking about simple past tense, it is talking about the use of actions that started and ended in the past. Okay. For example, Sandra attended the seminar last week. If we're going to compare this, okay, if we're going to compare this in the words that we've had earlier, let's go back to that. So this one. So being used in regular schedules, like Sandra attends seminar every week. So as you can see, this talks about a regular schedule, right? Because of the word every week or the words or phrase every week. So it gives you an information or idea that it is a regular schedule. Now let's go back to the other one. So Sandra attended the seminar last week. Okay, so can you see the difference with the information? So in this case, last week talks about a simple, okay, an action that started and ended in the past. So this is another situation. So Sandra attended. Okay, it should be in the past. We don't put an S, we don't put an ed, or we don't put an ies or es with the word because we are talking about the past tense. So that is with the use of simple past tense. Okay, now let's have the ways on how you are going to conjugate it. So for past tense, we put ed or we add ed in the word. So instead or in here, you have to say worked, danced, and oh, I have repeated it. So worked, danced, and can you give me a verb? A verb that you did. Let's ask our viewers on YouTube and Facebook Live. So what words or verbs did you do you usually use? Let's talk about that. Can you put it on the comment section? What word or what verb do you usually use? Uh-huh. Okay. Oh, some people cannot see it. I just saw it. Walk. According to Habiba, walked. All right, walked, which is a good word. Yes, we always use that. They say that in European countries and, for example, in Spain, it is common for people to walk, walking. Okay. Here in our country, it's not so, it's common, but in some areas it's not. So people tend to ride on a vehicle, okay? It's either a bus or in the subway, for example. So walked, yes, it's a good verb. How about the rest? What words or verb do you usually use? Okay, let's hear it from you guys. Okay. Hello to our viewers on where is it? YouTube and Facebook. So that's one. You can make use of the regular verbs. Okay, you can only add. Let me present it. You can only add ed if you are talking about regular verbs. Okay, let's say worked, danced, and walked, like the ones given by Habiba. All right, so that's how you're going to create it. Now, the question is what if, okay, what if it's an irregular verb? Can you tell me an answer to that question? What if it's an irregular verb? How are we going to put something, or what are we going to put? Is it an ed, an IES? Is it only a D? What is the rule if the word is irregular, or if the verb is an irregular verb? I am quite excited to know the answer from our viewers. Hmm. Added, read. Hmm. Studied according to Iman. Yes, that's correct. Watch. Oh, for this one, Iman, you can add a T, like watch, watched, and you pronounce it with a T sound. Okay, there's also a rule with that. For example, why not watch it? Why is it watched? So when it comes to pronunciation of words, there is a rule for that. Well, we can talk about this some other time. Okay, talking about ed endings. If we're going to pronounce it with the D, with the ed, or the T. Verbs that conjugate in different form. Okay, that's good. Watched. Okay, with the word watch, it has to come with the T. Okay, watched. All right, read. Okay, actually, read is an irregular verb. So, what is going to happen? Is it going to be readed or not? I'm quite excited to know. So, in this part, there is a rule, okay? Or there's no specific rule, but we have to know if the word is a regular or an irregular verb, okay? So, can you give me an irregular verb? Let's talk about irregular verb. Verbs that are not regular. Okay, that's the meaning of that. Verbs that don't have a specific um, structure when it comes to verb. For example, a regular verb is this, something that we add es on. Let's say work, working, worked, and worked. So worked, worked, worked. So we add ed in there. But what if it is an irregular verb? So it means it has a different form. Be is in are, was in where. Correct, Habiba. That's right. According to Jinhan, it's admire and admired. That's correct on the regular verb. Okay, Fadua says be, was, were, and being. Mm-hmm. That's also correct. That is for the irregular ones. What about a word? Okay, another one. Mm-hmm. For example, yes, I got an answer from Iman. Iman says buy, bought, which is correct. So we are not going to add ed. Okay, we don't say buyed, but it should be bought. Okay, not buyed, not buyed, but bought. I bought a new car last week. What did you buy? When we are asking, by the way, if we asked someone, what did you? The word should always be in its present tense. If you have the word did, what did you buy? It shouldn't be what did you bought, okay? Because you already have the past tense in the word did, okay? So it talks about past occurrences. So what did you buy last week? What did you do in your apartment last Saturday? What did you study? What did we study last week? Anyone? So that's how you're going to formulate the question. Is everything clear for everyone? Give me a yes if that's a yes. And for us to proceed to the next part. Okay. Again, regular or irregular verbs don't possess a specific structure. Okay. Let me present this. So here, irregular verbs, an irregular verb, it doesn't have a pattern, or irregular verbs don't have a pattern. For example, bleed becomes bled. So bleed is when, let's say, you cut yourself and there's like blood coming out. Let's say here you cut it, you cut your hand, for example, and then there is a blood coming out. Okay, so that is bleed. Okay, and then eat becomes ate. I ate an apple last night. Okay, and bit. What? Who knows the word bite? Who knows the word bite? Bite. 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 Uh huh. Bite. So bite is something that we use when we are going to eat. All right. Like I bite. All right. Or the dog, for example, the dog bites its owner. So that is something that is hard. Okay. You need to have an injection for that. So bite becomes bit. Okay. My dog bit me. I I don't know if you were able to watch like this trending video. It used to be a trending video from a person, like a kid, like Charlie bit me. So like bit is the past tense of the word bite. So just for you to remember. So it doesn't have any pattern. What you have to do is to study it. Okay, you have to study irregular verbs, and one tip that I can give to you is to write it down on your vocabulary notebook or your computer for you to remember the meaning or the list of the irregular verbs, because it doesn't have a pattern. It's like idiomatic expressions. It is not easy, okay, to know the meaning or to have the past tense of this without studying it. So it's important for you to know. Like it bled a lot. My scratch, for example, or the cut on my hand bled a lot. I ate a lot last night, and then my dog bit me. So something like that. So bled, ate, and bit. Okay. So let's have a quick review. Is everything clear for everyone? Oh, there's a statement from Habiba. When a dog bite you, you bleed. Uh-huh. That's correct. Or you can also say when a dog bites you, you bleed. Okay. So in this case, I think most of you guys were able to understand the meaning of conjugation, right? It's a basic thing, okay, but that is something that you have to practice, okay? Keep on practicing that. Now, let us have some example statements. Now, as you can see here on the screen, can you give me a statement in using the word worked? Worked. Okay, let's have a quiz. Now, can you give me a sentence, okay, that has the verb worked. Worked. All right. Comment it down on the comment section. Worked. Something that happened to you could be, or something that you think, then write it down on the comment section. I worked a lot in the gym. Oh, that's a good one. That's cool. According to Iman, okay, I worked a lot in the gym. Or you can also say, I worked in the gym a lot. So just trying to talk or modify the word that it modifies. Okay. And then we have last week I worked 4 hours. Oh, according to Sanev, last week I worked 4 hours. When you're talking about time, you have to add a preposition for, talking about duration. So in this case, you have to say, I worked for 4 hours last week. Okay. I worked for 4 hours last week. Okay. Or last week, I worked for 4 hours. Okay, according to Iman, Iman says the last summer I worked in in a restaurant. Okay, you can say I worked in a restaurant last summer, or last summer I worked in a restaurant. Okay, remove the article the. Okay, she worked hard. Okay, yes, Janine. Mm-hmm. She worked hard. Okay. According to Fadua, I worked in the hospital last year. Okay, good. I worked in the hospital last year. They worked a lot in the office. Yes, that's true, Habiba. Okay, so I think you guys understand it. Now, let's go with irregular verb. Irregular verb. Now, can you give me um, a statement with the use of the word ate? Ate. Ate. The past tense of the word eat. hmm Eat and ate. How are you going to put this in a statement? hmm Eat and ate. hmm Oh, according to Iman or Imane or Imain, I never worked. So in this case, you can say I never worked. Okay, you are talking about the action. It's not I am, because when we say I'm, it means I am. Okay, so it should be I never worked. Okay. Oh, hi, Divierte. It's good to see you. I ate sandwiches in the dinner. Okay, let's talk about this one. This is an interesting topic. So I ate sandwiches in the dinner. Okay. So if we're talking about, let's say, dinner, so this is something that you have for dinner. So it should be I ate a sandwich for dinner. Okay. For talks about it's not the duration, but it's like the purpose. Okay. For this is for my dinner. Okay. For dinner, I ate, let's say, pancake for breakfast. Okay. Pancake for breakfast, for my breakfast, for example. All right. So it should be I ate sandwich, okay, for my dinner. Okay. And I ate pizza for 2 weeks. Wow. That's a lot. I ate pizza for 2 weeks. So it has duration. That's good. You use the preposition for. Good job. Here's my thumbs up for you. Okay. I ate, what's this? I'm not familiar. Cusco? Sorry about that. I ate, you ate that thing yesterday. That's correct. Okay. You ate something. And according to Fadua, I ate hamburger last night. That's correct. Here's my thumbs up for that. Okay, so I think you guys were able to understand how to conjugate irregular verbs. Again, you have to study the pattern. I mean, it doesn't have a pattern at all. It has different ways, it has different words. So, for example, read becomes read. I have read the instruction in this product. So it's like I have read the instruction, okay, instruction, the details of this product. So red, it's the same spelling. It's R, E, A, and D, but the pronunciation becomes different. Okay. And oh, according to Jinhain, it's a typical Moroccan food. I'm gonna research for that. I'm going to study the pronunciation as well. If it's Cusco, Cusco, sorry. And Iman says, I went to my friend's house and I ate a cake. That's good. So you went to your friend's house and you ate a cake. All right. And I eat chips right now. Oh, if that is happening right now, I am eating chips or chips. It's CHIP and S. Chips. I am eating chips right now. Cheap with CHEAP and S is something that you can buy. For example, this what product? This phone. Okay, I have a phone. This phone is cheap, meaning to say that this is affordable. This is not expensive. Okay, that is the meaning of cheap. So, but if that is chips, that is a food. Okay, that's a junk food. So chips. I like chips. All right. So those are the things about conjugation. See, it's easy. So it is easy as long as you know the rules, okay, for simple present and simple past tense. Always remember that if you are going to ask a question with the word did, you have to put the verb, the main verb in present tense, okay, in the present or infinitive form of the word. Now, do you have a question? Question. Let's talk about some questions. Do any one of you has a question? Let's have the remaining minutes for some of your questions. I'll give you time to think. Or what are the possible lessons that you would like to have in the following week? Let us talk about that. Oh, my mobile phone shut down, so I cannot read some comments on Facebook, but I think it's visible here. So, yeah, let's wait for that. Yes, do you have a question or some clarifications about the lesson? And what are your requests? What are the questions or the topics that you would like to discuss in our next streaming next week, live streaming? Okay, let's see it from the comments section. hmm Everything is clear, good vibes. Oh, that's cool. I ate, what's this? X in the dinner is wrong? I ate X in the dinner. What do you mean by this, Iman? I ate. You mean I ate something in the dinner? You could say for dinner, okay? When we are talking about food, um the thing is, you are pertaining to the food that you ate. Okay, I ate something for dinner. That is like the thing or the food that you ate. Okay, for your dinner, for your lunch, for your breakfast. When you're going to create a sentence, it's always going to be, I ate burger for breakfast. I ate pancakes for breakfast. So four, okay, for a meal, okay. So that's one. So in the dinner is not correct. All right. So you say, or you should say, I ate something for my dinner, for my lunch, or for dinner, for lunch, for breakfast. All right. I hope that's clear for you. Is it clear for you, Iman? Give me a thumbs up if that's clear. And how about the others? Do you guys have some questions? So if you have some questions, comment it down on the comment section. Okay, that's good to hear that Iman understands it. Nice. And anything else? Anything else that I can answer for you? Oh, by the way, do you have a request for the following week? Possible topic that you would like to discuss? Because we talked about prepositions and we also talked about conjugation or verbs. How about for the following week? Do you have any preference? Any question? Uh-huh. Request or something? All right. So I think that is going to be the end, all right, of our live streaming for this Saturday. It's, I think, 1 or 13 in your place right now. So thank you for being with me for an hour. So I hope to see you again next week for another topic. We're going to practice something engaging as well. Okay, so these are common mistakes made by speakers. Okay, this is based on the experiences we've had as teachers. So I will be collecting the common grammar mistakes, and then common pronunciation mistake. And then we are going to talk about it, like top 10 grammar mistakes. So we're going to know about a lot of things next week. Okay. So it could be about prepositions, it could be about articles, could be about pronunciation. So, top 10 most common errors made by learners. Okay. So, I will see you again next week. Thank you, everyone, to those who have been with me. So I will be seeing you. Thanks a lot and have a great night, everyone. Goodbye. Thanks a lot. Have a great day. Oh, it's malfunctioning now. So I hope that you will have a great teacher. Bye, man. Jane Hain. Who else? Zanav, Evelyn. So I hope to see you again next time. All right. Goodbye.